Now I'm going to wait for the handshake.
All right.
We have the YouTube handshake.
That's good.
We have the Twitch handshake.
Okay. I'm just checking some of my stuff out
We
here.
have the Facebook handshake.
Okay. All right. They're all... Man.
Step 1, flip the on the air switch. Is the red light on?
Yeah.
You are on the air.
Okay. Excuse me, folks here. Let me get over here. Hello. This is DJ Brass Knuckles, Richard JOEL here. And this is going to be a more serious special show here for something different in Buffalo. Because this is show number 173 on Sunday, April 16th, 2023. And first, as always, thank Think Twice Radio for his support. Thanks also to Rob Nesbitt and Pam Swartz for their support all this time. Secondly, love to the members of my family, Donald, his wife Jeannie, their son James, my brother Pete, his son Pete Jr., and his daughter Selena, my sister Audrey, her daughters Christina and Melinda, and her son Zachary, and memories to my late mother, my late Aunt Rose, and my late Uncle Andrew, or Uncle Larry. I'm leaving off one brother here because there's an issue here going on which I need to address to you on this, and I'm going to get that eventually here. Like I said, I mentioned Pam Swartz and Rob Nesbitt for their support all these years. And I'm going to make a brief statement here. Let me just see if I can get this. I should have known. I tried to be ready for this thing, but damn it, I didn't do a good job here. Let me see if I can get this over here. All right, let me see here. Shrink this down real fast as I can. Okay, move this along here. Okay, I'm going to talk briefly here. You know, when the phony buffalo wins, the true buffalo dies. I've been saying that for years or at least for the last few months on this show here. Let me just say right now, by supporting the true buffalo here, you people in Buffalo become a step closer to be with God and Jesus, because Jesus is the truth, and this is but a small part of God. And God will help us get to a better position with God by listening and trusting God. So make supporting the true buffalo the priority, not the minority. And because if you don't, all you're going to be doing is supporting the evil people here, like these real brainwashing, racism drug pushers, like the radio stations in Buffalo here, who never support the musicians of Buffalo, the sports teams in Buffalo, who never support the athletes of Buffalo. And I can go on and on with this about this because I just don't have a lot of time to do this right now because I'm trying to conserve all my time. So let me move on here with another thing over here. And, you know, any time I talk about this stuff, this stuff I'm talking about is a truth over here, because stuff like Anthony Violanti of the Buffalo News talked about years ago. The whole reason I'm doing all these shows. And any attack of the truth from anywhere is an attack of the Bible, no matter how small that truth is. So I just want to make sure you understand that fact. Okay, moving on. Let me just turn this over here real quick, because I want to get a lot of this stuff done here, and then I'm going to kind of lighten the mood a little bit before I get serious about this, because there's a serious issue with my next oldest brother, Thomas. And I'm not going to be mentioning his name too much longer, and I'll explain that in a few minutes here. So let me get to the next part over here real quick as I can. Okay, support the Buffalo Central Terminal as always. It's a grand structure. It needs to be supported and help the east side. That'll be a pearl for the east side to help spur their growth again, along with filling up that tunnel in the interstate over there. So let me just show the quick pictures of this real fast over here. I just want to give you a few seconds of each of these pictures over here. Normally I would have Rodney Dangerfield coming on over here, but this is a serious issue I want to bring up, and I just want to let you see this as quickly as I can, so I give you a chance to look at this. One more time over here, a few seconds of each over here, so you get a chance to get at least a good close look of it for a few seconds. Okay, and there's a structure there. I know it's still in bad shape, but people are definitely working on it because they're committed to doing this, and I'm committed to supporting it, because I passed by it just recently here on the number 23 bus, and I didn't realize how close I was until I passed since I was on Fillmore Avenue. I just passed right by it basically and saw this thing. It still looks like an imposing structure and can still be useful if you people put it to work like you're supposed to. So let me just get myself closer over here. There's another picture here. Let's see. Well, this is what we're hoping for. Get some people in there to get this thing going. So I hope you get a chance to do this and take it to heart and work on it here. Let me just put another color copy of this thing on here so you get a chance to look at this a little better. This could work for us. It has to work for us. You have to try it. You can't just give up on it. Jesus. Sorry, folks. Damn it. I hate rushing for time, but I'm pressed for time on this show, and I want to get this thing done because this is an important issue right now in my life. And I want to get this stuff done as quickly as possible so I can get this over with here, because I got a lot of stuff to do over here. Let me get the stuff over here out of the way. And some other things for supporting the sports teams of Buffalo here. One thing you really need to support is the Buffalo District Soccer League over here, the BDSL. They got 79 teams in their league, and at least 60% of them are from Buffalo and Western New York, and they have athletes from Buffalo, soccer players from Buffalo and Western New York. So you really need to support them. Get on their website there, bdsl.org, and you should be able to you get a whole list of teams over there. You find out where they're playing. I got to give you a few moments of it here. This one, Rust Belt United, they're playing in the Buffalo area. AC Elite, they're in the official Allegheny County area. Buffalo Knight, Buffalo Division there, Division 3. They're in Lancaster. The Buffalo Stallions FC, I'm not sure where they're playing at the moment here. There's a lot more information here, but if you go to bdsl.org or .com, you can find this information out. Go on Twitter. You can also go on Twitter and find this. Contact BDSL and you get in touch with some of those teams. You got FC Lackawanna over here. You got Great White Buffalo. I'm not sure exactly where they're located at, but I think they're near Tonawanda possibly. Hamburg FC. These are just a few of the teams here. Infinity FC. They're in Lancaster also. South Buffalo. They got a South Buffalo team in South Buffalo. You can check them out. Youngstown, New York, in the southern part of Western New York, and a few other people over here, and a few other teams. FCY New York, they're at Buffalo, but I'm not sure where they're playing at. I tried to get get some information for you on this, but time's against me right now, so you have to excuse me for everything over here. Let me see. Also, one other thing. I just got some good news here. I talked on my last show. Unfortunately, I don't have the paperwork here, because I just had the paperwork. Now it wants to take a picture of me over here. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, boy. Oh, let me see here. Give me a few moments here, folks. Bear with me. I'm trying to do this thing, about 20 things again, as always, at one time, and not being able to succeed at a lot of it over here. And I'm trying my best to get the information you need to see. And, oops. Oh, man, come on. Oh, boy. Whew. Yeah, this is a little rough. Let me just say it to you here. The Elmwood Avenue Festival of the Arts, which was closed, they shut it down, but people at Elmwood Village are going to restart it again under a different title. So that's going to be restarting again in August, hopefully. And also, they have another festival going on. The Canal Fest is also going to be restarted. If you've been paying attention to the news, that's what's going to happen around there. So, and I mentioned the Fountain Plaza series. That'll be starting again in July, around July or so. So, okay, I think I covered most of the stuff as quickly as I can here. Unfortunately, I just don't have just wasn't able to get all this thing figured out like it did before. Oh, I forgot a few other things here. Let me just see if I can get these put together real fast. If I can get this together here. And of course I can't. Here it is. Okay, let me start with this again here. Okay, go to Public Access Channel 1302 in Buffalo here. And I have a cable. I have an internet access link. It has been off for a weekend over the last weekend, but it's back on again. So I'll be sending you the link for it so you can catch it. If you don't have cable, you can watch it on the internet. And it's cable channel 1302. Check my shows out Tuesday and Thursday nights at midnight And I'll be doing a weekly. I'm doing a weekly show as I've been saying before for the last couple of months here. I've been doing weekly shows there now. I'm using public access TV shows and podcast shows, so you'll get to see something in there. So hopefully you'll get a chance to watch them again. Okay, and like I said, go to the like, comments, make some press the like button if you like my show. Give me some comments if you don't like them. Tell me what's going on. Share this if you like it. Share it with these people. We got a share button there for. So let's spread the word on this thing. And on another thing, let me say one thing about this. You really need to save these shows, folks, because there's once I finish my run on this thing over here, according to the policy of the Think Twice Radio, they're going to hold on my shows for about 6 months, and then they're going to eliminate them altogether. So that's why I keep telling you, save these shows. I got the link on here. Save these shows because it's important to you. These shows, there are a lot of good shows I've made. I mean, there's a lot of crapper ones in here, and I don't deny that because I've been rushed and everything else all the time, trying to get this time frame going and everything like that. So I haven't been able to get the shows the way I would like it all the time. But I've tried to do the best I could with them, and it's important. I can't stress it enough how important it is to save these shows. Save them, put them in flash drives, whatever mode you store your information on. Find a way to get this information on there and save it and put it together, because once I finish my run with this here with Think Twice Radio over here, and I'll keep doing it for a little while longer, but my time is starting to get short here, and now because of the situation now with my next oldest brother, it's kind of awakened me to remind me that my time may not be running too much longer here. So I'm trying to get these shows done as quickly as I can. I'm trying to impart this information to you. I don't make this stuff up, folks. I've shown you the physical, tangible evidence to support my statements. So it's not like I'm just making all this. I'm not even making this stuff up. Anything I make up is about a fraction smaller than what I give you on my shows over here. So you get a chance to see this stuff. This is stuff that all the radio stations and corporations, they don't want you to see this stuff. Because they know once you see this stuff, you're not going to want to. They've been lying to you. They'll be lying. They have been lying to you all these years and brainwashing you to hate Buffalo. So, I can't stress this enough. Save this information because I can only carry the torch on this thing for too much longer, for a few more years at best, and then after that, hope this message reaches a few people over here and touches you, and you could spread this to some younger generations over here, and that you try to explain this in a little more intelligent fashion. Because we can't let the city die like this. The city's on the verge of virtual collapse right now because crime is on the increase all the damn time, and all kinds of things are going bad on the city right now. That's going around the world as well. It's like everybody's in a big hurry to push this thing into a terminal problem over here, into terminal destruction over here, what the Bible talks about. So, my stuff, I'd like to see my stuff last beyond Buffalo, New York. So I'm hoping some of you people will take time to check out my shows, say some comments to me. Let me know what you say and what you like or don't like about my show. I realize there's some people who don't like the show. I know they don't like the show for a variety of reasons. And one of those reasons is because a lot of the material I'm giving you is truth about this thing. I just did a few shows ago about the radio stations in Buffalo, and the racism attitude they have, and why it was existing. Thanks to some newspaper articles from Anthony Violante. That's who's Italian. not Anthony Volonsky, who Danny Sandpaperface never mentioned on his show in such a subtle way. You know, he said it so quickly over there. He planted a quick seed in everybody's mind over here. Tell everybody if you don't support their radio station, you're dumb Polacks. You know, that's essentially the bottom line on all that is. So I've already talked about this enough because I got to spend some time talking about my brother here. And like I said, I don't mean to be depressing about all this, but I got to let you know about what's going down around here with the city over here, because there's a lot of things going on. It's one of those things is, let me bring this over here one more time here. My shows are on YouTube. I got a lot of shows on YouTube now, podcasts as well as shows I made on TV. And if you access the Buffalo Music Archive, you get to hear some more music from Buffalo and Western musicians that you wouldn't recognize, you wouldn't know about, because these radio stations don't do everything possible not to let you know about these musicians around here. They got to do more than just have the Buffalo News do some small print stuff on this stuff. It's up to the radio stations to let you hear some of their music, pick out some good quality stuff, and not some negative stuff that they always look for all the time, try justifying this racist attitude of theirs. So, and I've talked about this Buffalo Music Archive site, but I haven't had a chance to look at it lately because of the situation with my brother, and I'm going to talk about that as quickly as I can. But, I really hope they got around to clean that thing up, because, they have to get that thing clean. Because otherwise, if you leave it alone, it's just going to filthy up, and it's going to be corrupt and polluted over there with all junk in there that's not from Buffalo. You had a good thing going when you started this thing, but then you got lazy and just thought you could be lazy and not do anything, and now it's turning into a piece of crap over here. So that's up to you, Buffalo Music Archive. You got to straighten this stuff out real fast. I'm going to keep telling you that for as long as I can do this. As you can see, I have some links to musicians from Buffalo and Western New York over here. Some old, some new, some been around for a long time, some not too far along or gone. So it's up to you on that, folks. Because, I can only keep doing this for so much longer, like I said. And now I'm going to talk something about my brother Thomas. But before I do that, I'm going to try doing a little something here. I'm going to do a couple of things here to kind of lighten the mood just a little bit here before we get going on this, because I picked out these specific clips over here for this, so I'm going to try to get these for you right now here. So let me get started with one of them right about now here. The Curse of Dracula. Get ready. Okay. All right, that's one of them there. Hope you liked that one. I've been looking for that one for years, and I finally found that one. Let me just pick another one real quick here, because let me see if I can find it if I can get this done real fast. Okay, and move this along a little quick here. And here we go with this again. Well, let's see if I can get this thing figured out real quick here. That's a killer. Okay, well, I'm trying to do this as best I can, and I'm trying to figure this stuff out as I go along. Now, in case you didn't think that was funny, let me see if I can do this. Let me pick something else out real quick here. And in case you didn't think that was too funny, let me just see if I can do this here real fast here. So let me give you a taste of it right now. Okay. All right. I do a little bit more, but I don't really. Okay, let me one more time here. Let me see this.
I lost my yellow basket.
Okay. All right. Sorry if I can't do a professional job, folks, but I don't have the luxury of having a... Come on, where's the damn... There it is. Okay. All right. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that a little bit there. I don't know. Now I'm going to do something for the birthdays here, for people who have birthdays in March here, or April, rather. Okay. But before I do that, let me just see if I can get this set up real quick here. Let's see if I can do this here. Okay. And let me try this right now with this.
No, not happy birthday. No, not that. Please, no. Not happy birthday.
Okay, one more time here. And we'll do it again.
No, not happy birthday. No, not that. Please, no. Not happy birthday.
Okay. Okay. Moving along quickly as I can. Okay. And now I'm gonna do a group here from Buffalo, Western New York. They're called the Mom and Dad Parade. I've already played them numerous times on here, and I'm gonna keep doing it because it's a good song here. It's their birthday song here. So let me also set up a little track here real fast here. And see if I can get this thing going here. Shoot. If I can just get the volume level figured out. If I can just sort the volume out over here, this would be get this going for you real quick over here. Shoot, where's the volume? Volume. Where's the volume? I can't find the volume now. Damn. Crying out loud. Sorry, folks. It's here. I just got to figure it out. That's all. Oh, there it is. That's why I couldn't figure out. There it is right there. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing going. And let me see if I can turn the volume down on this. Okay, I got that down there. Let me just, okay, shrink that down real fast. Set this up over here real quick. And let me give you the Mom and Dad Parade here on Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio. Okay. Well, I apologize. I know you know it, and I know it. The sound quality, sound doesn't match up with the song all the time. But that's because it was a different song they were playing. It's the only thing I could find over here from them. So I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to deceive you, but I was just trying to hope I can mix the music enough there where it would at least be somewhat compatible with them on that. So I apologize if that didn't make any sense for you. Let me see here. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Now I'm going to get on to the main portion of my show right now because this is important here because I need to talk about my brother Thomas. Because, before I start with that, let me apologize for the other, say about those little tracks I just showed you a few minutes ago. I realized those are more conducive for like Halloween and stuff like that. But the situation with my brother Thomas has kind of awakened me to make me realize, how precious time is, and how much time. I don't know how much more time I've got, so I'm going to try making the most of it while I can on here. So I apologize, if it seems out of joint and whatever else on this thing. But now let me get back to my brother Thomas now, because on my previous show, on show number 172, I told you my brother Thomas was at the time told me that he had a brain tumor, and he told me he was going to a hospital, so I waited about a week, more like 10 days or so. I waited for him, and when I didn't hear from him, I used the internet to contact the hospital, trying to find the hospital that he was at. And after contacting a couple of hospitals, they directed me to a couple of other phone numbers and addresses of other hospitals. And I did finally find the hospital that he was at. But by the time I got to that hospital and to check on him, he had already checked out of the hospital 2 days prior, just before I found the hospital. So as soon as I found that out, I contacted my brother immediately, and we talked about this, and he told me at that time he had cancer in his brain, and he had roughly 2 months left to live at this time. This was last month in March. So short time, not within about 24 hours after Thomas called me, this woman called me, claiming to be a health care aide for him. Her name is Mary Dion, Dion. And the way she was telling me, they were living in the same apartment, but after checking the address, the information didn't jibe with what she was talking about on this thing. Then she told me that she moved my brother into her place, and then he had to start moving all his stuff from his apartment where he was living at the time to her place. And this, at the time she sounded like she's sincere about this, but when we started to try to contact my brother Thomas about this, for nothing else, just to comfort him during his last days in this thing on Earth, we were hoping to talk to him, but for some reason my brother Thomas decided he didn't want to have anything to do with us because we're all calling him up pretty much all the time, and he felt like he was being overwhelmed about that. And to be honest with it, to Thomas here, he should be thankful about this. Because we're trying to be as a family, trying to get together as a family over here and work with, comfort you in your last few moments, or try to ease you through this, difficult time for yourself. But for some reason, he believed he was being overwhelmed with this, or the woman who was taking care of him was saying this too. And I had a major conflict with this woman about this. And she pretty much blocked myself and the members of my family from talking to Thomas. He blocked us off her phone. And then she started after I pressured, put some heat on her and talked to her and tried to explain this to her and all that. I told her because my mother and father passed away. My mother passed away 15 years ago. I do shows about to honor her. And my father just passed away a year and a half ago, about 2020, about 21, I believe it was. 2021, 2022, and basically, essentially now I am the head of the household of the family, since I'm the oldest of the family members. And I explained that to her, and she just didn't want to hear about it. She got to the point where she threatened to block us all from all communication from her and my brother, which doesn't sound very Christian of them, because we had to go contact the police just to find out what my brother Thomas's condition was. We had to call the police and do a welfare check on him. My sister did that first, and I tried to do that also. I did that secondly over there. And from what I was told about the police officer over there, he said he was sitting up and eating food and watching movies and whatever else, And I tried to talk. I wanted to talk to him directly, let him tell me face to face. He didn't want to talk to us anymore, and he just either he doesn't seem to understand this or he doesn't want to understand. I don't know. Maybe the cancer is affecting him. I'm not sure, but I have no idea because I've lost contact with these people on this thing. So it's just bothering the hell out of me with all this stuff because we're not, we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs, waiting for her to call us, and who knows when she's going to call us. Maybe, possibly when he finally kicks the bucket or whatever, that's when she's going to grace us with her phone call and tell us that he's dead. Now, I've tried my best to try to find every way possible. I was hoping to go there in person to find out what the situation is, but I got to tread carefully on this because if I do this too seriously, I could wind up in trouble myself. I don't feel necessary to get in all kind of trouble, so I'm forced to sit here and just twiddle my thumbs and hope God does something to help out over here and let's get a chance to talk to him before he dies. Because that's all we want to do. That's all we want to do is just talk to, spend the last few moments on him. He says he wants to be left alone. Well, let me tell you, Thomas, right now, once you die, if you think you're going to get peace on earth over here, like Mary Dion says over here, you can forget about that right now. You ain't going to see no peace. Because I can tell you flat out right now, because my rage and my frustration have been building over this situation. Not being able to talk to her or do anything about this whole thing is filling me with anger over here, and just she's intentionally keeping us away from him. And she's claiming that she knows him for 27 years. I've known him since we were a family for first 18 years of my life before I had to leave for the Air Force for my own personal situations. And I didn't have a chance to see my family for a long period of time. I had one opportunity when I was in the Air Force to see, when I went on a leave. I came over to Florida to see them, and my father was there at the time, and he was abusing my mother as always. And I had to stand up to him to try to stop him from doing this stuff, and it got a little messy over there at times. But and then shortly after, I'm not going to talk too much about this because I got some music from Buffalo and Western musicians I want to play right now. But to you folks, I realize you could care less about my problem, my personal situation over here. That's up to you. I can't, I'm just going to tell you what's going on here and why I'm doing this show like this. So, if you have anything to offer in terms of prayers or help, support, or some kind of moral support or something like that, I'd appreciate something like that right now, because this has been a very difficult time for me. And it's been a difficult time for the rest of my family because we can't talk to him anymore. She's done everything possible to keep us from talking to him. And if there's anything you could do, maybe you can contact me and I can give you whatever information I have about this, and you could maybe you could talk to her about this. I don't know. That's up to you folks. I'm sorry, folks. I mean, like I said, this is a very difficult time in my life here, and I'm just trying to get a show made over here. I'm trying to get the show made. So while I'm going to do that right now, I'm going to start playing some music from Buffalo and Western musicians over here. And I'm going to start off with a newcomer. He's not totally new. He's been around for a long time, but I just found his music here a short time ago, a few weeks ago. And his name is, let me just point it out to you here real quick. His name is RUSZKOWSKI. I hope I pronounced that name right. And according to this, let me see, where is he from? He is from, where is he from? Where does it say? He's from Orchard Park, New York. Okay. So I managed to find this music here from him. And I found a couple of good songs over here. And this kind of goes along with the situation. This goes along with the situation what I'm having with those people taking care of my brother Thomas. And on top of that, if Thomas is sincere about him not wanting to talk to us anymore, he's the selfish one on this one. Because there's been situations like this all over the world, over and over for generations and years and centuries and everything else like that. A family member has suddenly developed a terminal disease or whatever it is. You see it on movies and TVs. It's happened in real life over here. And Thomas just doesn't seem to grasp the situation on this thing. This whole situation could be a blessing for all of us because it could give me and my family a chance to get together here and bond together and try to work with him and communicate with him to, offer some form of comfort, like I just said a few minutes ago. But instead, this woman is doing everything possible to keep us from being talked over here. She's screaming and yelling that we haven't been seeing him in 50 years. There's a lot of circumstances beyond all this. I've tried to explain that to her, but she didn't want to listen. She was stubbornly trying to trying to blame us for all this. And the family, as a family, we weren't always the greatest family in the world. We weren't June and Ward Cleaver out there doing our stuff, doing their stuff. We had all kinds of fights and everything else, knockdown, dragouts. There were some times were close as a family. But for the most part, it was like constant warfare all the time. That started from my father doing what he did to my mother, and it had a trickle-down effect to the rest of us on this thing. So I'm not going to, again, I apologize for bringing this up to you on this thing. So, okay, well, let me go one more time here. Let me go to with Chris RUSZKOWSKI over here. I'm going to play this song here. It's called Show Yourself to Me, because... I've been praying to God about this. I've been asking God for guidance and so help me, understand what's going on. Maybe touch this woman somehow and make her understand how we feel about this. So I'm hoping this song will help let you understand what I'm going through and all this. So let me try this again now. This is Chris RUSZKOWSKI with the song "Show Yourself to Me" here on Something Different in Buffalo. Here on Think Twice Radio, and let's see if we go here right now.
You're with me, and that you are everywhere. I know you live in me, and that you are life itself. And why does it feel like you're so far away? Intervene, Lord, I've done all I can do today. Show yourself to me. Show up in my life. Oh, make yourself real in the middle of this strife. Give to me a love like never before. Oh, make yourself known so I will know you more. Every place I go, I'm living for you. I'm staying in your word. I'm praying always too. Lord, why does it feel like things don't go my way? Intervene, Lord, before I go astray. Show yourself to me. Show
Okay, that was Chris RUSZKOWSKI from Orchard Park, New York, and his original song called, what's the name of the song again? Jesus, Show Yourself to Me. Nice little plea for me on this one here. So, like I said, my apologies if I'm not working at my best over here, and it would not be nice if I had technical support from time to time, but I don't have it, so you get what you see is what you get from me on this show here. Sorry it isn't best. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, bringing up another new artist, new person I'm new to on this thing, but I'm sure he's been around for a long time here. And his name is, let me get it right here, JOEL Whitehead. And he's from, where is he from? Where is he? Fredonia, New York. So, yeah, I'm going to be bouncing around between him and this. I'm going to play a song from him, and then I'm going to play another one from Chris RUSZKOWSKI. So let me get this back over here again. So let me get this quickly done over here. This is JOEL Whitehead. Let me turn this off over here. And this is JOEL Whitehead with a song called "The Way." Pretty much my situation fits my situation over here. But before we begin this, I forgot to mention to somebody else. Go to WBNY 91.3 FM. Unfortunately, I didn't bring a shirt with me like I usually do. WBNY 91.3 FM is still the only radio station in Buffalo that supports Buffalo the right way by playing musicians from Buffalo and West New York, and they have a local show on. It's only for an hour and a half, from about 6 o'clock to 7:30 or so. Maybe they stretch it to 8, but it would be nice if they played some other music from Buffalo and Western musicians. They do have a live band performing, so on Fridays from 6, like I said, but from 6 p.m. to around 8 p.m. So I hope you get a chance to check it out. And they have a Battle of the Bands coming up very shortly here in April 20th, I believe it is. It's a Thursday night, I think it is. And it's going to be at Mohawk Place, I believe. So you can check with them on that just to make sure. And their phone number is 716-878-5104. So check it out and call them up and see if you can get somebody to talk to on that and find out about it. I'm sure they'll give you some information about it. They have some websites and whatever else, so you might want to check it out. So with that in mind here, let me play a song by JOEL Whitehead here. And his original song here is called, I think I remembered to write this, So Much Pain. So this is JOEL Whitehead with the song So Much Pain here on Something Different in Buffalo, here on Think Twice Radio.
Yeah. is what? Can you be right inside without my lifetime? Without my life inside. Do you know where to go? To go.
Okay, that was Joel Whitehead with the original song "So Much Pain," because that's what I'm going through, folks. That's what I'm going through. That's what my family's going through, and the woman who's taking care of her, Mary Dion, you know, she doesn't care how we feel about this. She always thinks she's always trying to use excuses like we haven't been seeing our family in 50 years. There's a whole bunch of circumstances beyond, like I said before, about this. Okay, I'm going to switch up again because I'm going to play another song here from Chris RUSZKOWSKI over here. And make sure I get this done. Set this over here real quick. And where is he? There he is. And the song I'm going to play here is going to be called "Pray for You." And so I hope this will help in some small way to us, our family, but also to those people as well as taking care of my brother Thomas. So this is Chris RUSZKOWSKI with the song, where are you going here? So where is it? "Pray for You." Here on Something Different in Buffalo, here on Think Twice Radio.
I see you and me together forever and never to part. I pray for you every day, continually in my heart. I pray you'll be everything that God is calling you to be. I'm gonna pray for you and everything you do every day. I'll pray you know the truth. I'll make you smile again, and I'll always be your friend, and I'll make all your dreams come true when I pray for you. Looking back on my life, never have I met anyone like you. You're special to me, and you're special to God. You're beautiful inside and out. So I say the word always. I'm gonna pray for you and everything you do every day. I'll pray you know the truth. I'll make you smile again, and I'll always come true when I pray for you. And I believe in you and what God is doing. And I see so much in you. And I see beyond where we are right now. 'Cause I have so much to give to you. That's why I'm gonna pray for you and everything you do. Every day I'll pray you know the truth. I'll make you smile again, and I'll always be your friend, and I'll make all your dreams come true when I pray for you. And I'll make all your dreams come true when I pray for you.
Okay, that was Chris RUSZKOWSKI with the song Pray For You here on Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio. And let me just switch over here real quick. Okay, because now I'm going to finish this off here. Let me see if I can find the guy real quick. My usual artist here. Where is he? Ah, here he is. Okay, and this is the late Mark Freeland. And this song here pretty much explains this a little bit more in detail for us as a family here. Let's see what we're trying to do. So the name of the song here, if I can find it, there he is. And it's called All the Things I Would Do For You here on Something Different in Buffalo here on Think Twice Radio.
Miles of deserts I walk through. All the things that I would do for you. Please don't ask me, darling, to ever prove. All the things that I would do for you, for you, for you. Please don't ask me to ever prove all the things I would do for you. Please don't ask me to ever prove all the things I would do for you. Forget about weather reports. To love with you, I'd even gaze for. Please don't ask me, darling, to ever prove all the things that I would do for you. Please don't ask me to ever prove all the things I would do for you. Please don't ask me to ever prove all the things I would do for you. Please don't ask me to ever prove all the things I would do for you. Please don't ask me to ever prove all the things I would do for you. For you, for you.
Okay, that was the late Mark Freeland with the song All the Things I Would Do For You here. And let me just switch over here real quick. Okay, well, that's pretty much about it for this show here. Unfortunately, I'm sorry it wasn't a little bit better prepared or anything else like that, but I've had issues here, and I got a whole bunch of other issues. My VA they're going to reduce my VA pension money I've been receiving all these years for the last 10, 15 years now. They're about ready to reduce it now because I'm financial ceiling or something like that, something to do with a financial ceiling. And on top of that, I got to re-register for my apartment again, my senior housing outfit here, which I'm in, hoping to move out to a different location. I'm hoping to try something else out here. So, I apologize for not being able to, being happy about this. So, any prayers you can offer for me and my family, I appreciate, because we need all the help we can get trying to deal with this woman and my brother Thomas. And this is pretty much going to be the last time I mention him on this show, because he mentioned he doesn't want to talk to us anymore. So, all right, well, that's enough here on this. Thank you for taking the time to check out my show, and make some comments to me, please. Tell me, hit the like button and share this with other people, please, and save this stuff. Save it at all times, because you need to save it. So this is DJ Brass Knuckles, Richard JOEL here on Something Different in Buffalo, here on Think Trace Radio. And support the true Buffalo, as always. Support the true Buffalo. Make supporting the true Buffalo the priority, not the minority. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you another time, hopefully.